for boxing. Juan El Nido de Oro fighting out of Venezuela. This an open air. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Punch. The jab not finding its target. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It is a sunny and hot day, and no, we're not inside. No air conditioning or air con, as they say in the UK.
If you are on the losing side of this fight time and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be. So you've got to make sure you prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking to fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
That counter shot lands. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Misses with that jab. They miss with the jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. No secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have. Here we go for round two. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He scores with the counter. The counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Those counter punches have to hurt. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. His jab just got blocked. And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. A perfect counter lands. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second.
On to the third. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
down, he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well done with that counter shot. Catch and shoot. Not a lot of defense here at all. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Perfect counter shot. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. Well, hold on a second, Johnny. El Gallo is hurt. And right back into wise decision to take a knee here and get that mandatory 8 count.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. He is down big time on the scores.
You know, you've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Barry, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Here's the bell for round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've been in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
There's a counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. That hook doesn't score. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. You'd like to see more jabs. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So much firepower here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance without.
Here's the bell to start round 5. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw... Whoa, wait a minute! Jorge Linares is in some serious, serious trouble. They've avoided catastrophe there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Punch, counter punch. They're going deep into the gas tank on this round. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Jab just missed with the left hand. Nobody home with that hook. Nice counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. You know that bell was sweet music to his ear. Let's start the sixth. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punching. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to. And there's the bell for round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Incredible work rate. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And this with that jab. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
He blocks the uppercut. competitive round with 10 seconds left. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard. There's the bell to start round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. The jab doesn't quite connect. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3 full shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
How about that time counter shot? Beautiful counter shot. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Holding nothing back here in the round. Can't find a home with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Nothing else he could do there but take a knee to stop the beating.
This really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, and you